I think representing the Los Angeles Kings hockey organization. You know him, you love him, you probably have a crush on him. Hot Carl! He's either a hockey player or some kind of mass murderer. We won't know until Sunday when the body count is finally tallied. I don't know if your roommate goes missing this weekend. He'd be my first suspect. First guy to the cops too.
Well, there was that one guy with the mask on.
I mean, his hat on the nose, but maybe that's his whole strategy. If I look like I'm nuts, they won't think I murdered anybody. Well, not this time. Anyway, representing Boston and people who are cannibals. I'm not sure what's going on with you. Ladies and gentlemen, Sir Richard Furlong on the bass.
So Richard?
He's Sir Richard, by the way, representing the Boston hockey franchise, whoever the hell they are. Wearing his pajamas today, a man who couldn't be bothered to participate in the theme. Everybody wore hockey gear. I, of course, decided to denounce my own country and simply wear Canada gear. But everybody, I mean, I know these guys, they slave, they work, they put their act together, and yet somehow this guy decided, oh, what the hell, I'm not doing it. I'm just gonna wear my baggy hip-hop shirt from the 80s. Like, what's going on with you? Ladies and gentlemen, on guitar, Sweet Johnny High Pockets. The next guy needs no introduction. I'm wasting precious breath telling you who this man is. Why? Because he's been shaking it like a mofo for 3 years. For 4 years, for 5 years, however long he's been doing it, he's been shaking it. And he's here tonight bringing his skills to bear. Ladies and gentlemen, the front man, the voice, the shaker, Tango! Oh God, no. Not the elongated shaker solo. We talked about this backstage! It's dangerous! No! Please! I beg you! Make it stop! You know what? I told him backstage, I said, don't do it, Tango. Don't do it. What if you get hurt? And he said, my body be damned. Toronto deserves a good shaker solo. That's what Melvin said. In 40 minutes.
Yeah, Toronto got me last year, but not this year.
Yeah. You know what? Give me a stroke once, shame on you. Give me a stroke twice.
Shame on Misha.
Shame on Misha. You know what? Mandy is not enjoying our stroke humor. Somehow. Too soon? I guess we crossed the line. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, by the way, how many first timers? Anybody tell you guys over there? I love that! Well, welcome to the party, people. This is Toronto. They're the Elastic Waste Band, and I am your host. Welcome to the show. That's how that happens. Woo. Toronto. Hi, good morning. This is so great. It's so awesome to be back here. The Hotel by the Haunted Boat, they call it. What the hell's going on with that thing? It used to be a restaurant, and now it's a rat-infested floating disease trap.
Is that the thing when you walk out of the hotel and you go right? You go right past it?
Yeah, it's a giant boat. If you go out the hotel and see a giant boat, that's the one I'm referring to. It's right.
It's bad enough.
So Richard, you can't see with the mask down. You gotta look it up. I'm sorry. Is the grid word not prescription?
No, it's very hard to see. You see?
What is the, what, I don't understand what you have going on. Like, Walk me through this. What was the thought process?
This is the whole ice ball thing.
Ice ball.
We call it hockey here in the States.
So they call, well, we're not in the States, but I mean,
Oh, right. We call it hockey here in North
we're
America.
in the provinces.
Hockey, right.
Hockey. So you call it ice ball in the country you're from, which may or may not be England?
Ice ball.
Ice ball.
Ice ball. And ball.
Ice ball, like
Are
ball,
we
like-
sure you're from England? Yes, absolutely.
This band learns song after song after song every week to change up the act for the Supernatural Convention, and yet Sir Richard cannot get his effing accent right. One job! Nail somewhere on the islands. I don't care what part of England, just be consistent. No, you got ice ball.
From
Come
the
on.
south. You're the north part, over on the west.
That sounds like you're doing Christopher Walken. It doesn't sound like you're, I'm from the south.
From the east.
It's getting progressively worse.
This helmet is all absolutely tight.
Well, I get the helmet may be a problem, or maybe it's the 1980s leg warmers. I really don't know, or the dress shoes. You know what? Your pajama choice is looking stronger and stronger as it goes on.
Richard, have you ever watched hockey? I mean, that's an
That's not my thing. No, I have. I went to a hockey game. I've been to 2 hockey games. I went to an LA Kings game one time, and then I was up here during the Olympics, which is where I got this dashing jacket. And I went to see Sweden versus Norway play hockey. And it was, an Olympic game, and it was cool. I don't know the sport, I don't lie to you people. I'm not here to tell you that I know hockey. I'm just here to tell you that we have a great show planned for you. That's all I'm doing. I'm delivering that message.
It's true.
That's all I got.
What do we got today, Richard?
You know what? Who cares? The point is, I think we have today the theme should be clean cut and rock. That's sort of the, because we've got the clean cut sounds of Mr. Gil McKinney. We've got adorable, just pack them up and take them with you, Ozzy Chow. Anyway, Rob. Rob Benedict. I know. For years and years and years, Tango, you haven't met Rob yet, so you don't know who we're talking about.
Never been in the same room at the same time.
But for years we've had Rob here, and Rob's always been the guy, because people, they love Rob, they think he's, innocent and sweet. This whole BS act that he's put out for the people, they've eaten and now buy this whole thing. It honestly infuriates the band and myself and anyone who's ever read The Real Rob, who's really just a foul-mouthed, angry, ass-grabbing, terrible man to work for.
That's what people are, you're starting the Perth thing again.
What?
You're starting the Perth thing again. This is like the Perth thing. People believe it because you say it.
Yeah, well, that's because maybe it's true, maybe it's
You
not.
say ass grabbing and someone,
Yeah, I know, but it's upsetting, right? It's upsetting to walking around.
T-shirts that say Rob's an ass grab.
Now I feel like,
And then you go,
wait, hold that thought. Shirts that say Rob is an ass grabber. And Adam, put our top people on that.
and on the back an arrow pointing down.
Yeah.
I'll buy that.
Anyway, the point is, so Rob has been the guy for so long. People see Rob, they go, We used to have a joke that you could sum up the difference between Sebastian and Rob with the same word, just different inflections. Rob is and Sebastian was So Rob is the guy, and he's been the guy for years, and he's been milking the bit, and then, boom, out of nowhere, Gil McKinney. What's up? Ozzy Chow. How's he like me now? Actual clean-cut nice guys who really do that bit. Who are really sweet and friendly and approachable. Smashing your whole
I
facade.
love it. I've always wanted to be the edgy guy.
Now you're the...
I always wanted to be Lennon. I was McCartney forever, now I'm Lennon.
Oh yeah, there you go. Finally.
See what I did there?
Edgy Lennon.
Bring it, I say. Maybe the edgy guy for once.
Even your ideal edgy guy is not that edgy. I always wanted to be Bert. For years I was Ernie, now I get to be Bert. And you're like, that's your idea of stepping it up?
How dare you?
Oh, here comes the language. It's a family show. Anyway.
Richard, this is about these people.
You're right.
They don't want to watch you friend to bash.
They don't need to hear this.
See, Richard saved my life last year, so now all of a sudden, I can be his punching bag.
See, there he goes with the other bit.
That was amazing.
Don't feed the beast. We're doing that all weekend.
Okay, so it's Friday.
It is Friday. And you know what? Friday's a free-form, fun day. We do what we want, we say what we want, but hold the phone. There are, sadly, rules and regulations, things that we have to adhere to. We've upset the evil clown. Evil clown is, or evil clown can't breathe, one of the two. The point is, there are rules, there are regulations, there are things we have to adhere to keep the ship righted and heading the right direction. Now, we do understand that we are not in the United States of America right now, we are in Canada, so we're going to try to adapt the rules and regulations to be more compatible to a Canadian audience. I think that's the proper way of saying it. So, here we go with the rules and regulations, Canada style. You have a ticket with your seat number on it, that is your seat's in your seat, don't see anybody else's seat. You see somebody else's seat, they walk over to you and go, hey, you're my seat. You go, I got out of your seat, I'm so sorry. Or you actually lied, you're getting the seat. They go, you're my seat, you're like, oh yeah, I'm in your seat. And you're going to dart at the door and the security's going to find you, they're going to attack you, and then you kick you out of the truck, and you miss the whole damn thing. Hey? Don't videotape the show. Don't audio tape the show. I don't want to see any cassette players. I don't want to see any 8-track players. I don't want to see you with a sketchbook making quick drawings, page after page, that you would then flip back to show your friends a realistic portrayal of what it was like to be in the con the whole time in cartoon form. It would be so incredibly rude of you to steal our performance like that. Don't you realize that every flash of a camera takes our soul away? Don't you believe in God? Sweet Jesus, I hope there are no problems while we're here. I mean, we do our best. We rehearse. We actually never rehearse, but if we rehearse, we would rehearse and rehearse to be sure that everything goes smoothly. But sometimes things go terribly wrong. Sometimes things aren't right. Some things aren't as they should be. They are not making you happy. And at that moment, I want you to know, on this stage, that band, that man, and this guy don't care. But somebody does. Somebody does. And her name is Mandy, and she's right there with the clipboard. You find her, you tell her your problems. She wants to know. I don't care if it has to do with the convention or not. Yeah, maybe you didn't get the photo op, blah, blah, blah. But how are you feeling? How's your hair? Do you look good in that dress? She'll tell you. How was your salad at lunch? Was your coffee just a tad too cold? Tell Mandy. She wants to hear your problems.
Wayne Gretzky.
Let's not live in the moment. Let's not focus on now and enjoying now. Let's look towards next year. So go ahead, buy your ticket for next year, because why be here? Why experience this when you can be already obsessing about how you're going to afford to be here next year? Think about it, scrape it together, and buy it now. That's it. Rules and regulations.
Rules and regulations. Rules and regulations, baby. Talk rules and regulations. Talk rules and regulations. Talk rules and regulations.
Wow. That's how you do it. I can sit up here and bore you with all kinds of crap, which I will do for the majority of the weekend, but right now, I'm going to get right into it. I'm going to introduce the first guest. Tango, you're going to love this guy. Yeah. You two have a lot in common, only Tango's nicer. Ladies and gentlemen, not only an actor in the show, not only a fabulous musician, but if you happen to watch the 1-hour special, the retrospective, also the narrator of that fantastic show. Put your hands together, let's get Friday started right with our first guest. Ready? Where are you going, Tango? I'm about to bring up the first guest. I
I have to go to the loo. Real
raise your hand, band, raise your hand if you think it's a little rude that Tango would leave. Come on, man. Put your hands together for our very first guest. I can't wait to see him and Tango on stage together for the first time. Ladies and gentlemen, Benedict! Tango. Hi. You just missed Tango.
What?
Tango is here anyway. Benedict, everybody!
everybody. I love you too. Wow, it's good to be back.
No. Don't do that I love you thing, and then he said I love you, and the crowd goes off. Don't. I warned you earlier. He wasn't on stage. He didn't hear it. He doesn't know. Don't fall for his bit.
I love you too.
He doesn't love you. It's a lie.
I like the clown. It is indeed scary. Hey, it's good to be back. How many people are new? This is your first convention. What? Wow, that's so awesome to me. Every time I see that, I'm like, because I think you're gonna this is gonna be, I'm gonna tell the stories that everybody's heard. This means I can tell them again. They never get old. And how many people were here last year? I like it. Loud, ready to rock. This is really meaningful for me because last time I was here, I don't know if you know this, but I had a stroke, and I won't harp on it all week. It's just like, it means this is like a year anniversary for me, so it's not a big deal that I'm here. It's a weird, crazy thing, but it happened here at the convention, and but my supernatural family helped get me through it. You guys, your thoughts and prayers, and these guys literally helped me get right through it. So thank you. Hi. What else? I usually like to tell something that's already wacky or funny that's happened to me so far. Oh, we did have a driver today. Our drivers who were dropping us off at the hotel don't seem to want to actually let us leave the car. And we're like, we saw Mandy, we're like, we're knocking on the windows which are tinted so she can't see us. We're like, Mandy, help, God, for God's sakes, help us. And so he stops in traffic and we're like, the bond, that's where we're going. He's like, and he was like, basically I had instructions to take you to this other door. We're like, yeah, but this woman, please let us out of the van. So we were trapped in the van. It was really scary. And he wasn't gonna let us out. And then finally he backed up on the highway. And we just, there's a forklift behind him that had to lift up his forklift so he could go backwards, lower it down. Jesus, man, I'm glad I didn't look back. So yeah, that was really scary. Almost didn't let us out. But besides that, it was really great. The customs here in Toronto are they're really nice. In Vancouver, they're hardcore. Literally, when Rich and I went through together in Vancouver, they were like, they wanted to know what we were doing there. And we tell them, the truth, which is totally legal reason, we're here and everything. He's like, what do you mean you're actors? Where you act? What are you acting on? You're working now? That's what he said. Not this minute. But, yeah, we work on a TV show. What show? Supernatural? What's it called? I was kidding you not, this is what I was like, it's called Supernatural. I don't know what else to, that's why we're here. So, but it's so weird, it's as if he'd never heard of acting before. You know what I mean? What is that? What's TV? And they shoot a lot of TV shows in Vancouver, so you'd think that he'd be cool with this by now. And then he was like, then he wanted me to go away, he just wanted to talk to Rich. So I started stepping away, he's like, where are you going? Right there. Right there. We were there for 15 minutes trying to explain what a thespian was. But here it was easy breezy. The guy's like, oh, cool. And we were like, we love Toronto. So anyway, I love you, Toronto. CN Tower. People wanted to call the CNN Tower. That's where the news comes from. Does the CN Tower do anything else besides just stand there and be like, hey, I'm cool, come up at me? It's a restaurant? Up top? That spins around? Oh, that's a bit nauseating. Is it a fast spin or a slow? Oh, the edge turns?
Yeah, walk the edge.
You can walk it.
No, thank you, man. I'm good. My coffee. Wow, so there's a restaurant up there, and that's just about it. And that was just like, why would you? For fun? Like to say that I did?
God put it
Bucket
there
list.
for us to do that.
Okay, I'll do it. I did, no, I'm not going to do it. In Sydney, there was some bridge that me and Matt Cohen walked over. And that was pretty frightening. Then you take a picture of the top, you're like, wait till people see, and like it's just matte with like a blue backdrop. It doesn't look like anything. Except we're wearing really stupid suits. That was in like jumpsuit, so of course he looked amazing. And I looked, I looked like a, I don't know, like a Ghostbuster. And they literally had all this stuff on us, and it just, I don't know. I don't remember it other than that picture. So I don't know if it was worth it or not. But the CN Tower is cool. That was one thing I didn't know Toronto had. I was like, oh wow, they had a big needle thing, like Seattle. And then the other thing that I didn't know, because I'm a stupid American, and this was last year, my first time in Toronto, was that you got that lake. It's all body of water. One of the Great Lakes. That was exciting. I went to school in Chicago, so it reminds me of home. Come here. Oh. You guys are crazy. I don't know why. It really drives me crazy. No, seriously, he's been hanging over my head all year. And he can always just come back, well, I saved your life. So. Sometimes. It's a debt I'll pay forever. He saved my life. He'll never let me forget it. When I die for real, he'll be like, man, I saved your life that one time. Anyway, so long, sweet dreams. If anybody has any questions, now I think they call this a Q&A. So if you wish, if you don't, that's cool. I can just keep talking. It feels like...
Rob, there was a slight misprint, and they actually put T in A. So... We're gonna need you to go shortly. I know. I'm as embarrassed as you are, but ladies and gentlemen, a little stripping music, please. Rob Benedict, taking off his clothes. Let it go.
The most unsexy, like, I can't, the button go on these pants.
It's something we're doing a scene from The Graduate.
Nice. Nicely done, band. Hi. I have a question.
Yeah, actually on that theme, the safe word you used was banana hammock, and does that come from that picture, the yellow banana hammock?
It does. So we were in Rome a couple years ago at a convention, me and Ty Olson. Ty, when we were a little bit, well, we've been overserved alcohol, as is the case with Ty, and with me when I hang out with Ty. And we were walking the streets of Rome, middle of the night, and I decided to see if I could like put a picture, and we're telling the audience about it, and I was like, let's show them what we did. I go, okay, but like half time, you know what I mean, like slow motion. So go like this and churn up, just as hard and just as, no. So anyway, I said, we need a safe word. Subsequently, someone had found on the phone a picture of me on the internet, taken from a TV show I did called Headcase. I am in a yellow, what the kids call a banana. Yellow banana hammock. And it's out there on the internet.
Everywhere.
It's out there on the internet. Thank you for that. And so, anyways, so we decided banana hammock. In the moment, it really made sense. Me retelling the story, not so much. But in the moment, it was like, well, the banana hammock should be on. And everybody was like, yeah. In the streets, they would. So anyway, that's what we.
And then when you tell the story of how with the safe word, it could still mean different.
It could mean what?
It still could mean different.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. So yeah, banana hammock is our, but it's hard to just walk around and say, like, banana hammock's my safe word, and it goes, what? That's kind of weird. But anyway, yeah, it comes from Ty Olson abusing me. One might think, why didn't I get a stroke in Rome? That
Right. My question is, it looks like a zombie apocalypse. Who from the cast would you want to be teamed up with?
Besides Richard.
Teamed up with?
Yeah.
Oh, I wouldn't want to be teamed up with Richard. That'd be a freaking nightmare, are you kidding me? First of all, he'd shoot me in the foxhole. He's like, Robbie, I found a gun. God. I got Robbie. We lost Robbie. Lost him.
You used as bait for the zombies.
Yeah, and he eat my arm. Anyway, I wouldn't want to be in a... But I think, my go-to is usually Misha for everything. Because Misha's a smooth operator. The fact is, he's a smart guy. He's the smartest guy of all of us here.
Don't let Jared hear you say that.
What's that?
Don't let Jared hear you say that. Jared, fight you for that.
Yeah.
Jared.
Yeah, well, he might argue, but no, Misha's. No, he also very, very smart guy. Jared, surprisingly, really, really bright guy. Oh, you wouldn't think, like, usually like a 6'4" guy who's like, they do. And then, yeah, he can, you know, quote Shakespeare, tell you like what year that wine was made. Like, he's just got a mind like amazing. My mind is.
He's a encyclopedia of weirdness.
Yeah. I used to think I was smart, but I'm deteriorating. Hanging out with Rich is really good. So anyway, he's the smartest. I would pick him, but in rethinking this, I don't always trust him. Like, for example, yesterday, they said, do you know Misha's following people on Twitter now? And I said, no way, really? And they're like, yeah, I don't know what it is, but he's following, like, literally everybody who's been on Supernatural. I was like, no way. So I go and look, and it's like, Tomo and Richard and Chad and, like, everybody, Tigerman, like, everybody going down the list, right? See, like, let me just go through again. Yeah, so I text him right away because I'm a sensitive little bugger. I am sensitive. You don't cross me if you're my friend. And so I texted him and I was like, so, you're following everybody but me, what's up with that? I said, WTF is what I said. I cursed. And he wrote back, problem fixed or something like that. And I was like, thank you, I appreciate it. And then this morning, Chris came and he's like, you know what we should do? Look, he deleted everyone else and is only following you. So like, he's very sneaky. So in the zombie apocalypse, gun to my head, I'd be like, Misha. But if I really had to think about it, I might pick someone like Ty, because he would destroy those zombies. Nobody gets my friend Robbie. He's like a gorilla let out of the cage. He doesn't come here anymore because he's like a gorilla let out of the cage. I love him a lot, and I always love the time that I have with him. I didn't mean that as a bad thing. I really do like that kid a lot. Okay, I don't know why I just came over here. Hi.
This is my first time I've been one of these.
This is your first one?
First one ever.
Fantastic. Welcome.
And you're God.
Yeah.
You always start out your show sort of with this stupid thing, so I wanted to ask you why. Is that because you are God and you can see everybody else naked sitting?
Why I start, I'm usually the first guest. Is that what you're asking?
No.
What are you asking?
Why do you start with the stripping? Because you can see all of us naked since you're God.
Oh, is that why the stripping? Yeah, that makes sense. Sure. Well, the first part of the question, yes, I can see you all naked. In my mind. And you look amazing. And B, I only was going to strip because Richard told me to. Which brings me to 2A. Part 2A, which is, I don't know why I always listen to Richard. Always is telling me to do things that always end poorly. For example, when we were staying at a hotel in San Diego, and he said, Richard, you back there? I am. What did you say my name was? I go up and I said, he said your name, we've got aliases. So your name is under, because we often do that. Yours is Haywood Jabon. And I went up to the desk to this lovely young lady and said the last name is Digiblone? Did you blow me? First name Hibbert. And I got away with it because I really mispronounced. I looked like an African. It was like DJ. Did you blow? Did you blow? I don't. So I almost stripped down naked for you because he told me to.
Should have done it, they would have loved it.
I know. I figure this is what I'm thinking. It's early in the weekend. If I strip for you now, it's all over. But if I strip for you tonight karaoke, then well. And maybe I, show a little at the concert tomorrow night. You know what I mean? Hi.
Hi.
How you doing?
Doing really good.
Good. It's good to see you.
It's good to see you too.
It is nice. Hi. Yeah. Something up. Hi.
Okay, I was wondering about what you do when you get writer's block on a song.
Well, that's a good question. It's a really hard thing, that, writer's block. It's like a creative block. For me, a quick fix is exercising. Like, I will walk my dog or go running with the tune in my head, and then lyrics just start popping up. And before you even have a lot of meaning, and then I'll come home and I'll write it down, I'll be like, okay, I kind of see something there, and then I kind of go with that. But that will a lot of times just spark just getting blood in my head, and if not that, then drinking. But that always gives me a little kick in the pants. But yeah, I'll even while I'm running, come up with a chord progression in my head, and then come home, and or a lot of times I'll lay down in bed and I'm hearing this amazing song, and I get up and I can't play it, and that's really frustrating. What was it? I'm losing it. Now I'm hearing what I'm actually playing and not what was in my head. Anyway, but yeah, running. Running. But yeah, and some songs take 15 minutes. It's just so easy. It's just there already. And then some songs, it will take us months, to try to figure it out. So, but it's, it can be a very difficult process, but it's always gratifying.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah. How's your book coming?
Oh yeah, it's going really well. I'm halfway finished.
Good for you.
So, fingers crossed.
Yes, keep it going. We do these stage-it shows, and we had the pleasure of talking to Alex. As the winner of our stage-it show, we get a private Skype conversation with her. And you did that one. That's right. Hi. You did that. Awesome. Yeah, I feel like they know you because you're like, wow. For an hour.
I really hope somebody's not recording this so that I can see it.
Oh yeah, I hope so too. Thanks. I'll see you later, I'm sure.
Hi there.
Hi.
What do you think, maybe this season or next season, a Chuck versus Metatron showdown?
Yeah, I want that Metatron. I've been hearing a lot of talk about Metatron.
I figured.
Trying to steal my thunder.
No.
No more. Not on my watch.
Kick his butt for what he did past?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he forgot that it was my watch. Everybody's on my watch. So yeah, no, I'd love that. That'd be fun.
But you disappeared, so.
Well, but I disappeared. I didn't die, so you never know. So yeah, we'll see. That'll be fun. It'll be really fun. I'd always love to go back. I really loved watching that the retrospective thing they had on there.
Yeah, that's really cool.
That was really fun to do. They called me and asked me to do that. I was like, oh yeah. And then when I saw it, I was like, this is awesome. And it's great for someone who's never seen it. Like I told all my friends, who haven't seen the show. Like a lot of my friends still don't know. They don't know. Like people outside of us, outside of this amazing family, don't get it. They don't get it. You know what I mean? And then they get it and they're like, God, I didn't even when we invite our friends to these things, they're like, wow, I had no idea. So anyway, I said, see this. And my friends were all like, oh wow, it's a great intro to the show if you've never seen it. You're like, I get it. The writing's amazing.
It's a nice crash course in Supernatural.
Crash course, absolutely.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, thank you. Supernatural for Dummies. Hi.
Hi there. So my question is, whether it be at a convention or just on the streets, what's the craziest fan experience you've ever had?
I mean, well, you know, what's funny about me is that like, most of my fan experiences are like, can I hug you? You know what I mean? A lot of times I'll get, especially karaoke, I'll get drink this. And that always frightens me because I do. I never say no. But you know, some of the other guys get odder things that happen. You know, Rich, you know, he asks for it. But for me, no, I don't really, there's never been any, the first thing that popped in my head was honestly, there's a person that was here last year that was at the autograph session on Sunday at the end of the day, and they asked me a question about when I was married. Here, I hope that woman comes back. Because she asked me when I was married, and that's when my stroke happened. And I couldn't answer the question. And it looked like I couldn't remember. So I'm dying, I'm literally in the hospital, I could not speak. And all I could think is, I gotta find that woman and answer her question. So maybe she'll be here tomorrow or Sunday, because I know that's a bigger day. But if she is, find her for me, because I gotta answer her question. I do know when